his throne and traded his crown for thorns. But we've placed the crown back on his head and handed him a sword. But he chose to ride a borrowed ass in the face of power's Lord. We dressed him up in battle gear and bought him a horse of war. He was a different kind of king and a different kind of Lord. He chose the power of a cross over the power of a sword. He says war may have its victories and power is share of spoils. But if you cannot love your enemy, you'll never love at all. The king stepped down from his throne and lived among the poor. But we've placed him back upon his throne and bought him so much more. But he had no place to lay his head, and he wandered through the fields. Now he's digging through our garbage bins in search of his next meal. He was a different kind of king and a different kind of Lord. He chose the power of a cross over the oppression of the poor. He says greed may have its victories and wealth its share of spoils. But if you cannot love the homeless man, you'll never love at all. The king stepped down from his throne and scribbled in the sand. Said the first to throw a stone at her must be a sinless man. But we've locked the doors and closed our hearts to the weak who cannot stand, till there's no room left for anyone who's honest with their sin. He was a different kind of king and a different kind of Lord, who chose the power of a cross over the shining of the horn. He says judgment has its victories and pride a share of spoils. But if you cannot love the prostitute, you'll never love at all. Power of his cross, we find our truest call to step down from our thrones, to love and serve all. So let us follow in his steps. In love, let us become bold to embrace the broken, the weary, and the cold. For in loving like our King, our truest selves will find. Step down from our thrones and love like him in kind. We serve a different kind of King. We serve a different kind of Lord.